Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla. You can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new REAX Superfly Glove, available at RevZilla.com. This is the mesh that we're looking for from the REAX line. This is the Superfly coming in at around 69 bucks. It's gonna be two-season hot weather. Think of it as really a sport commute, sport touring, two-season hot weather mesh option. If we look at it, Perf Cow meets a lot of mesh for airflow. And again, if you've watched any of the other REAX glove videos, I've been speaking to the fact that I wish some of the other gloves, while nice, vented a little bit better. This is the option coming in 4 colors. This is the black on black stealth version that's really gonna allow you to maximize your ability to ride if you're in the Northeast, if you're in Texas, if you're really just trying to optimize for comfort and airflow. Now, right out of the gates, a few things about this glove. Multi-touch in the fingers, great reinforcement. You also have a landing zone, TPR for raised protection scheme in the heel of the hand. And what I like about it is whether it's the cow on the back of the hand or the goat skin, much of like what we've seen from REAX, they're using 0.8 and 0.9 millimeter leather versus the 0.5, 0.6 mil that we typically see under the $100 mark. Now, before I get into the sizing, a couple quick gripes on this glove. It's really twofold for me. When I look at this and I think sport and I think ventilation, maybe a more aggressive knuckle that actually enhances the airflow, or potentially a stretch scheme on the back of the knuckle, allowing it to move a little bit more freely. But I don't typically find that this glove so far is giving me a problem of the knuckle floating with me. But again, just thinking about it, at length, long distance rising, those ergonomic factors. Now, moving into the fit scheme, I'm wearing a size large. Fit's American, the size curve is American. Again, very consistent with what I would expect from a size large, from an Alpine Stars, from an Icon, from a First Gear. I'm typically a large in most American cut gloves. So no surprises there. And it's actually nice when we think about fit that they've given me a little bit of neoprene down here around the wrist for comfort. There's a slight pre-curve to the hand. And again, even without that stretch panel I was speaking to earlier, the fingers are wide enough and they're long enough, so I'm not having any issues there. Now, we will ship free over 39 bucks, and I'd love it if you click our logo, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel, leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback here about the Superfly. Now, diving into the nuance of the glove itself, backside of the hand, a ton of micro mesh for airflow and breathability, but again, away from an impact area. You move up, you have that twisted REAX logo here, done in TPR, not a TPU, so it's not gonna get in the way, it's not hard plastic. We've talked a bunch about the knuckle. The knuckle does have some foam around it, which again, seats it more comfortably on top of your knuckles. And again, it's done in a leather-coated hard plastic, which adds a little bit more muted style. Moving into the fingers, TPRs versus TPUs, again, no pressure points, but adding some protection. And again, REAX logoing done with the more scripted style here in the finger. Now, if you're new to REAX, REAX is actually a brand that was developed under the internal Komodo umbrella starting in 2016. And if you look at any of these gloves, you watch the other videos, you're gonna notice it's muted, they're a little bit more mature in their styling, they're not crazy halo R&D driven, but again, they've invested in technology, they've invested in comfort, and more protective features that make these gloves stand up a little longer and be a little bit more usable for the rider that's gonna put more miles on them. Now, the fingers here, it's nice that they are going to be mesh on the inside of the fingers for airflow, but then cowhide and capped around the tips, so you're not gonna get that fraying over time. Moving into the palm, we talked briefly about the pre-curve. What you'll notice is it's goat now versus cowhide on the backside of the hand. The goat's gonna hold up a little bit better if it gets wet and offer you a little bit more tactile response, still being beefier, still being 0.8 or 0.9 millimeter. We talked about the multi-touch devices that are again in the finger and in the thumb or in the index, so you can use your iPhone or Android device. And then working into the control patch here, you have a second layer of reinforcement, dually stitched. And then what I like here is full out seam capturement. We talk about it all the time, which really captures that seam all the way down and into the heel in case of a low side or when your hands touch down if you happen to have it off. Also in this glove, compared to some of the other REAX gloves, you're gonna see the beefier REAX logo TPR, vibration dampening, as well as slide and abrasion resistance. So again, you're getting that kind of multi-function here, providing a few benefits without being a hard part or too race oriented, which is gonna take away from your ability to really comfortably rest within the motorcycle control universe if you're sport commuting or if you happen to be sport touring, which again is a longer distance ride. Down in the cuff, TPR, REAX logo, stitched into the Velcro, micro Velcro, not gonna get into the way. And again, it terminates nicely here with a little bit of pop of additional dense foam on the protection. So all in, if I look at it, You have a glove that's well suited for a multitude of different hot weather riding scenarios. I almost forgot they gave you a pop of reflective here on the outside of the knuckle. Little bit of a stealth orientation here if you're riding at night. But again, 2-season won't break the bank, around the $70 mark. And in my opinion, where it really stands out, you're not used to seeing Touch Tech under $100, and you typically don't see more premium leathers under the $100 mark. So again, a little bit of improvement from a comfort, feel, as well as a beefiness standpoint as you go into those longer hot weather rides. Now, the next step in your journey is to click the info button, your desktop, your mobile device. Visit the product detail page at RevZilla.com. Read other rider reviews. You shouldn't just take my word for it. As always, we'll ship for over $39. If you want to talk to a gear geek, see us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown on the REAX Superfly. Remember, subscribe to us at RevZilla on our YouTube channel. Stay updated with our opinion, the latest and greatest in the motor universe. I'm Anthony. We'll see you next time.